Woo! Am I unmuted? Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Quantum Inspiration. Let me get my ducks in a row here. Oh, yep. Okay, we're going with it. All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being with me. I am nervous as hell. I'm going to shake this out a little bit. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I've gone live a million times, but it's something about doing something new, stepping through your fear. And why do we do it? We do it because when we get on the other side, it feels really freaking good. I'm turning on the chat. So hopefully I did that right so I can see what you guys are saying. What's up, everyone? So what the hell is quantum inspiration? You're wondering, what does quantum even mean? I do have notes with me today. I'm not a big note person, but I want to make sure I hit all my points and give you guys some valuable content and really make it clear why I am on a sports show. So I want to start out with telling you that quantum physics has everything to do with taking control of your life, changing your life, stepping into your power. And all of this can absolutely be applied to the field of sports. And so why should you listen to me? Like, who am I? Where did I come from? I want to validate myself a little bit, tell you about myself, and tell you why you might be able to get some golden nuggets from me. My name is Monica P. Clark, and I'm a mom, and I'm a nurse, and I'm a massage therapist and an energy healer. I've been doing massage therapy for about 15 years now. Then I stepped into being a nurse. I have always wanted to work in the field of helping people, always uplifting people, motivating people, and really helping them tap into their highest self. So I also have 3 kids. I've got a 6-year-old boy, I've got a 9-year-old girl, and a 14-year-old girl, and they're all athletes. So what I did is about 7 months ago, when COVID hit, I'm a nurse and I wanted to find a way to step out of the 4 walls of a hospital and spend more time with my kids. So I started an online business. This online business led me to empowering women, moms in particular. As I was learning the mindset piece of this online business, I started sharing it with my kids. And I started seeing these huge shifts in my kids. And so what I started watching was when they would play sports, because so many kids are involved in sports, and it's such a huge part of defining our culture and our capabilities. What I started to do is I would watch them when they would be successful in a sport. We do hockey, horseback riding, soccer, cheer. I would watch them succeed and come off of the court or out of the arena and see their celebration and see the feelings that they were having, experience those feelings with them. But then I would also watch them when they would struggle, when they would have a problem, when they would fail in a way, when they would fail forward is what we'll call it. And I would see the effect that it had on them to not be the best one at that moment on the team, or to not get that goal, or to not win that game or get that ribbon. And so I thought, you know, it's really important for us to share this information with our kids, because though competition is awesome, competition is amazing, and it teaches us tons of valuable lessons, it is so important that we don't allow the outside world, the trophy, to define our self-worth. And so how can this mindset piece empower our children to enjoy the sport, but to realize that worth comes from within, not outside of them? And so that's when I was led to quantum physics. So the study of quantum physics is the scientific study of how we mold and shape the world around us. So as we tap into the power of our mind, as we take control of our self-worth, we are able to shape and mold what is going on the field, what is going on with our abilities as an athlete. And so what did I see? I started seeing my kids' coordination improve, hand-eye coordination. I started seeing their agility, their strength, and their speed increase. And I just kept making the connection with them. This is happening because of this. It's not just the physical training, it's also the belief in yourself. So I, growing up, was a very mediocre athlete. I always wanted to be a good athlete, but my ass was always on the C team every single time. And okay, the fact that it was called the C team is not okay. I think it maybe should have been like, the red, green, and blue team. Okay. I was immediately defined when I was put on the C team as one of the worst basketball players. But what I would find looking back is like, I was a pretty good 3-point shooter. And when I would go out there and I would make the first 3-pointer, I'd make the next one and the next one and the next one. But when I would miss the first 3-pointer in a given game, I would miss the next one and the next one and the next one. And it was because I didn't have control of my mind. And so we look at all of these athletes, these top athletes, and what do they have? They have the mindset. You can do all the physical training you want. You can do all of the healthy eating that you want, drinking good water. But if you don't have the mindset to step through your fear and really stick with it, you won't make it as an amazing athlete. You will quit. You will drop out. You will pass out on the court because you're so damn nervous, because you don't have control of your mind to step through your fears. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is Newtonian physics. Okay, so Newtonian physics is like basic physics. Physics that talks about you take an apple and you drop it. It talks about the gravity that's pulling that apple to the ground. It talks about the velocity at which it's falling, the rate, the intensity with which it hits the ground. Okay, so these are Newtonian principles, right? You drop an apple, it falls to the ground. And there is a specific sports physics study where they look at what type of material is the ball made out of, right? That's going to affect the play of the game. What type of material is the bike made out of, right? That's going to affect how quickly the rider can move through the air. What type of like swimsuit or whatever are you wearing in the pool? Because that is going to affect how quickly you can move through the water. These are all Newtonian principles. So, but what they found is that it's not just about the shoes that you're wearing, right? It's not just about the suit that you're wearing or the bike that you're riding. It has so much to do with your mindset, with what's going on in your head. So I want you to look at my hand. So my hand looks like just solid matter, right? Well, most of my hand is not solid matter. Most of my hand is composed of energy. 90% of the world around us is energy. So imagine if we can intentionally harness that energy. And that is what quantum physics teaches us. It teaches us that via many experiments, this is scientifically proven, that based on our thoughts, feelings, and emotions and what we are looking for, we are shifting the world around us. And so they've done many experiments. And one of the experiments that they've done has established what's called the observer effect. And with this experiment, they have established that when you, depending on who is looking at the event, they have a direct effect on what is happening in the situation. So my looking at an event is going to change what is happening based on my vibrational state, based on my thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So for me, as a mom of kids who play tons of sports, I'm always on the sidelines. I'm always watching them. Like, you feel the emotions of your kids out there. Like, you get excited with them, right? You get upset with them when something goes wrong. Okay. But then the power is remaining in a positive mindset and remaining in a space of logic and control rather than emotion. So when our kids come off of the field and they have made a mistake, we serve them by staying in a very stable mindset, like to not react right away. Because when you react from emotion, you're reacting from a non-logical space. And so we do our kids justice when we, as the adults, really tap into that and show them the way, because kids model our behavior, right? So if we're showing them that, then they are going to hold on to those habits and have the same stability of thought, feeling, and emotion. And it just sets them up for all of the good stuff in life, right? We're drawing in all of the good stuff in life when we're in a positive mindset. So like, let's say, for instance, an athlete, an athlete who is going to the championship. So the athlete who gets to the championship, the team that gets to the championship is the team that has stability, that can stay in that sweet spot when they're under stress, right? When they're in a high tense situation, they have trained themselves to stay in that sweet spot. And we do that by practicing different drills. And a great addition to that is visualization, meditation. My kids meditate almost every single day. It's short meditations, but when we tap into that silence in our mind, it allows us a stability that overflows into our everyday lives, into our sports activities, because it allows us to be in that sweet spot, to stay in that sweet spot. Okay, what else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about athletes who visualize. I mentioned a little bit earlier. Oh, no, I didn't. That was on my other live. Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps is absolutely amazing. LeBron James, he uses visualization. So I would love for you guys to pop in the comments, like, what's your favorite athlete? Because I'd love to research and see what sort of mindset practices they do so that we can talk about it. What are your favorite sports? Tell me your favorite sports. And I want to kind of apply it. And do you have kids that play sports? Do you have questions about helping them to establish mindset? I would love, love, love to address what you guys want to know. But yeah, I'm so super excited to be here. I'm thinking that over the next couple of weeks, you guys will give me some ideas so that I can kind of gauge what your interest is and see how we can really apply it. I want you to ask me questions about quantum physics. I can even grab some videos and show them to you guys that really explains it in a very clear fashion. But yeah, super excited. Next week, the nerves will be gone, I promise. But I thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to having this journey with you guys. I want to get to know you. I want to help raise you up, lift you up, remind you that you are powerful. There is so much power within our minds. 90% of this world is energy. When you learn to harness that, watch out, baby, because life will change for you. I promise. I've been there. I've seen it. I've done it. And I've helped my kids make huge shifts in very, very difficult situations. I hope you guys have an awesome night. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye, guys.